So I don't have any more room on my phone. And I have tried multiple times to delete stuff and it is just not working. So we're just gonna do a little impromptu live and talk about intuition. So it's so funny how intuition can sometimes deliver you things that you didn't expect. I took my daughter to her like role playing game um, at the public library, and they do like score um, in person meetings. Like I think it's once a month. Ironically, every time that my daughter has had her game, there's been a score meeting. And so while I do know most of the things that they talk about, I still attend because, hey, why not? I'm in the building. But it's funny that I have, each time that I've attended, I have met people and ended up keeping in touch with them. When I say that intuition is something that I am uh, very, very much in tune with, I truly mean it, because I personally believe that our intuition is kind of like Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio. It's telling you, don't go here, go here. Let's do this, let's not do that. And funny enough, my daughter actually was not in the mood to go, and they only have this thing once a month now. It was twice a month early in the summer, but now it's once a month. And I was like, you know that because we might be moving, you may not make the next one in person, so you need to go. And it was a back and forth thing, but long story short, she got up out the bed and we went. Now, I wasn't planning on staying. I was gonna go somewhere else and do something else. But the one of the people who I met last time I was there, I forgot to put in my mic and everything. She texted me and said that she was gonna attend. So I was like, all right, well, I want to talk to her anyway, so I'll just stay for a little bit. A little bit. I ended up being there for the whole thing, of course, because that's just me, right? And because I ended up staying, I met someone there who was talking to me about property and a lot of the things that I'm into personally. And we had a great conversation, a 3-hour conversation after this meeting. Well, more like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And I pretty much keep to myself on a personal note. I don't hang out or anything like that. And so it was nice to talk to somebody who actually understood what I was talking about, and to the level, right? Because there's different levels of conversations that you have. This was not a surface level conversation at all. And he was like, I was telling him about my situation and that I'm moving and why and all the things. And he was like, well, what if I could get you a job? And I was like, huh? He goes, well, if I could get you a job, would you stay? I was like, it's not just a job. I need a place to live. And he's like, yeah, well, if I give you like 1.5 acres of this land, I can, you can just put like a mobile home on it and all of these things, just coming up with all of these things. And I'm just like, interesting, right? I'm just listening, taking in, soaking up the information, just listening. There's nothing wrong with listening. And while we were talking, we helped this lady out. She was carrying a whole bunch of stuff. So he opened the door. She really didn't know where she was going. So I spoke to the person on the phone and figured out that they were going to the room that we had just left out of. So I gave her directions. And by the time her thing was over and she was coming out, she was like telling us what she did and how they're looking for people to license to work for the company, and offered me a job. And I was like, okay, well, and to think that I wasn't even going to be here today. Like, even if my daughter had went, I had plans on going somewhere else to do something else. And at the last minute, I changed my plans because someone else was like, hey, I'm going to be there and I want to talk to you about something. So I'm like, all right, whatever, that's fine. I'll stay. It's no big deal. I can do whatever it was that I was going to do, Monday or something. At the end of the day, I listened to my intuition this morning when it told me that we needed to go, right? And then I didn't really think too much about it when she texted me, but divine intervention can sometimes be something that is an afterthought. And they say hindsight is 20/20. If I had not stayed at this thing, I wouldn't have gotten 2 job offers. If I had left, I would not have had the conversation that I had with the person that I know. And she gave me some information that I can use when I go to court on Tuesday. Like, all of this happened because I listened to my intuition and decided to stay. She could have texted me and I could have told her, like, hey, I have somewhere to go and then I'll be back afterwards. But that's not what happened. When I got ready to leave, something was like, stay. So instead of going to do what I was going to do and coming back like I had wanted to, I just stayed. Sometimes the greatest blessings happen when you just listen. When was the last time that your intuition told you to do something or to go somewhere and you actually listen? Like, what happened? Because I would love to know if I'm the only one. I mean, because I know that there's no way that I'm the only one that this happens to. And it's not the first time, but it is the first time that options have been given to me that would help me out of the situation that I'm in now. You get what I'm saying? The lady is supposed to call me in a little bit to talk to me about the opportunity, but I just thought that it was just ironic how all of a sudden, I get 2 job offers out of nowhere. And I was trying to see if she called because it's almost 7. And I've been not doubting my decision to leave, but just wondering if this is the right time to leave. Sometimes when we make decisions based off the information that we have at the time. Could I go back to school for free here? Probably. Could I get grants and get money? Probably. Is that something that I want to do? No, it's not. I don't want to go back to school. I really don't. And I know that all debt is not bad debt. I know all of these things. I just don't want to go back to school. I've tried going to school multiple times and it never worked out for me. And I know that it's because of my ADHD, my neurospiciness. And so that's not what I want to do with my life anymore, right? And so to really just get opportunities out of nowhere when I've been looking for a job for like the last 2 months and I'm overqualified for the jobs that I'm applying for. And that's why I'm not getting calls back, because I'm the type of person in a job interview, I want to know if the pay is negotiable, because I'm not starting out at the bottom. It's not like I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, every job is different. Every job needs training. But I've been in customer service since I was 16 years old. This is not new to me. And so I don't just accept the pay that they give me. I negotiate. And so, oh, I didn't know you could do that in live. Okay, so I guess they added new stuff on live, or buttons on live where you can do Q&As and stuff. This is like my third time going live, so I'm still getting used to it. Anyways, I'm the type of person that negotiates in an interview. And when they say, okay, well, this is the highest I can go, I understand that. That's cool. But then I leave and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know if I want to do this. And I don't have to worry about it, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, I'm overqualified, and they want someone that is qualified but not overqualified. Someone that they can pay the base rate and not have to negotiate with. And okay, that's fine. That's not me. And so when he told me how much they would start me off at, I was like, oh, okay, that might be something I might entertain, right? Training included in all the things, but then I was explaining to him that I don't have a car. I got offered to be taken back and forth to work because he works for the same place. And I was just like, okay, tell me more. I'm the type of person that I love information. I will fact check. I do my due diligence, and I fact check. So of course, I would wait until the time comes to actually make a decision on whether or not I would take the job if the job is given to me. But just saying, like, to have the offer from 2 different people for a job to stay here, it makes me wonder if my time here in this state is not done yet. My decision to leave is based on a number of different things, but also on the fact that, like, I need to move out of this place. I've been in this place for almost 12 years, and the energy here is now become stagnant, and it's become suffocating. So much has happened in the last 10 years. I'm not the same person that I was, and this place is still carrying the same energy, and my energy has changed. I've outgrown where we are. And so I was just like, well, if I can't find another place, then I'm not going to worry about staying. Homegirl that had texted me and was like, she was on her way. She was like, oh no, there's apartments here. She's telling me all of this stuff. And I'm just like, maybe my time in this apartment is done, but my time in this state is not. Before, when I first made the decision to leave this place, I was just gung-ho on leaving the state altogether. But I have agreed to remain open-minded, and I have asked for guidance. And when you have things like that lined up for you, sometimes you might need to sit back and take a gander and just be like, okay, is this a sign that I should stay or I should go? Is this a sign that I'm moving too fast? Am I making decisions in haste because of the situation, not because that's what I'm meant to do? I made a decision based off my situation and what's going on. But I also know that if I can get a good job and find another place, that I might stay, not in this place, in the state. And so, oh no, I had something fly on my face, y'all. And so now I'm just like, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, if I was to find a place, if I could find a place that would take me, and a good job that has benefits and all the things, maybe, just maybe, I could stay. And so it's just been, it's one of those scenarios where it's like, am I making the right choice out of what I know I'm supposed to do, or am I making the right choice based off of solely our situation? And while two things can be true at the same time, right? I made a decision based solely off the situation, but if the situation were to change, would my decision change? And so that's what I'm sitting here debating, because I don't know if I would stay. I don't know if that's what I want. I've been here for so long. But then my daughter is about to graduate from high school in 2 years. Why would I make her up and leave if I don't have to? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she literally has 2 years left. In 2 years, we could move and I could do whatever, because my son can go to another school. He's only in the 7th grade. So I'm debating. What do you guys think? Because that was a really good job offer. Now, of course, granted, I would have to hear back from the business before I would actually make a decision. But like, if I could get a good paying job and find another place, I think I might stay. With moving, there is so much involved. My grandmother doesn't do pets, right? So I've been trying to find somewhere for our cat to go. I've been trying to find someone to take the bearded dragon. I can't surrender them to the shelters because one shelter is not taking any more pets, any more animals, and the other shelter had an outbreak of some feline virus, and they were shut down. Like, they shut everything down because all the cats were getting sick. And so I'm like, if I surrender my pet, I'm gonna be brokenhearted. That is my daughter's, emotional support animal, and she's been doing really good. I don't know if, while it might be the right decision overall, I don't know if it's the right decision for my children and where they are in their development. And when I was journaling last night, that was something that came up, was like, am I making this decision because it's what's best overall, or because it's what's best for me? And while I am the parent, right, and what I say goes, I also have to be considerate of my children's feelings. My son has his pet, which is the bearded dragon, Teddy, and that is his emotional support pet. My daughter has a cat. That is her, even though I'm allergic to her, that is her emotional support pet. And so if I had to put myself in their shoes, being how young they are, I know they'll like get over it, but it is very traumatic to leave your childhood home, leave your pets behind, switch schools. Like, that's a lot. And if I have to be honest, it is something that my mother did to me. And this is where my trauma comes into play. I don't want to make that same mistake with my children, which is why I find a place. Because if we get our own place, we would be able to just go and we'd take the pets with us, right? So yes, I've been looking for a place, and at the same time looking for a job and considering leaving the pets. Like, it's just been a really hectic mental situation. And so while taking all of these things into consideration, last night I did, come to terms with the fact that if I do this in a manner in which I have to take their emotional support pets from them, it might set them back. And that is something that I don't want to do either. Either way that it goes, something has to be done and a decision has to be made. And like, as a parent, making these decisions is so hard. If it were me, I know how I would handle it, but it's not just me. And this is the first time that I've had to make this type of decision since I had children, right? Where we used to live, we didn't have pets. The dog that we had, I had to give it back because I was severely allergic. Every time the dog would lick me or touch me anywhere on my skin, I would break out in hives. I had to give the animal back. But my daughter was young enough that it didn't impact her as much as it would now. I do believe that my daughter has ADHD. And so that, and the fact that she would be ripped from her school when she just started doing better in school, and she's made friends, and just leaving all of that, being ripped away, that's not really something that I want to do to my children. And I know as a parent, I'm the executive and I'm the one who makes the last decisions, but I do think that their mental health is something that I really need to take into consideration, because it's not just about me, it's about them too. And my son literally just started this school last year, the school that he's in now. I went through hell and high water to get him into this school because he had stayed with his dad the previous school year, and his dad dropped him off in my lap, screaming, he didn't have anywhere to stay. He had to stay with me, that he was going to take him back and forth to school and all of these things. And he did up until Christmas vacation. And then he just up and left and went to another state. I'm on live. Oh, thank you very much. I'm on live. So my kids have this thing. Well, we're going to table the other conversation. My kids have this thing where they think that when I'm doing something, that they can just come and talk to me and I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing to give them what they want or to answer them. No. And so right now, what just happened was my daughter was trying to talk to me, and I told her that I was on live, and she's asking me, can she have something? And I already told you that I'm doing something. So you know that if I'm doing something, you need to wait. But now you have an attitude because I'm not answering you because I'm busy. Like, it's like that thing where kids, they want to come and talk to you when you're on the phone. They don't say nothing to you all day. And then the minute that you get on the phone, here they come with 1,000,001 questions. My kids do it all the time. Ignore me until sunrise. And then the minute that I get on the phone, the minute that I'm busy, the minute that I'm working, the minute that I'm doing anything, here they come. And I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing. No, we're not doing that no more. Y'all are old enough. If you can't wait, then the answer is no. It's that simple. So you can wait, or you can just be pissed off. So teachable moment. Teachable moment right there. So yeah, I think that with my son being new to the school and he's still adjusting, and we just got him well, we just fixed his IEP because the school that he was going to did not have his best interest at heart and was not doing the things that they needed to do for him and his IEP. And so last year I had to work with them to fix the IEP. Oh, that's where I was at. So my son's father was taking him back and forth to the school that's 20 minutes away because I don't have a car. And that's the school that he was enrolled in. And then a few days after Christmas, he called and said that he was moving to another state. Originally, he said that he was taking my son with him. But of course, that didn't happen. You know, these part-time parents. And then it was on me on Christmas vacation to find him a school and get him enrolled, get all his transcripts. Oh my God. It was so much, it was just a headache. And so he was in that school from the middle of January until the end of the school year. So if I up and leave and move to another state, he's there. They said that he is likely going to have to stay back, which is something that I just talked to them this past week, and today is Saturday. So I have been reevaluating the not the move, but the move out of state, just for the simple fact that my son literally just got on an IEP, a correct IEP. And we are also going to work with the school to see if he might be autistic or on the spectrum at all. Having to move state in the middle of all of that is it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so taking that into consideration last night, and then all of a sudden today, I get 2 job offers. 2. I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is my sign that maybe I need to stay in the state and just look for another place to live here. If I was to do that, I would stay for at least 2 years just so that my daughter can finish high school, and then I would only have 1 kid in school because, listen, but that would also give me time to work with the doctors and the school and see if my son is autistic and see what we need to add to his IEP and to get all of his, because right now I think he is having a reaction to the medication that he is on. And the doctor says that she doesn't think that that's what it is. Let me hold up, air quotes, because as someone who has been misdiagnosed in this state twice, I'm skeptical. But he is having like these little rashes that are popping up, and I don't know if it's a side effect of one of his medications. And so just taking everything into consideration, I am open to staying here in this state and just moving. It's not what I want to do, but it might be what's best for my children. And as a parent, what's best for my children is what trumps what I want personally. And it fucking sucks because I was ready to go. I was ready to get out of here. So again, back to the journaling last night, I said that I would remain open to options. I want what's in the best interest of my children as well as myself. And so if I can find a nice apartment, if I can find, a good job, I would stay. I had to sit with that. If I could find a good apartment in a nice area with the space that we need and a nice job, I would stay for the sake of my kids, not because I want to, but for the sake of my children. And so that leaves me with this bittersweet moment of, was I led to stay at the thing today because I needed to have those options given to me? That's the question that's in my brain right now. It's unfortunate because I was looking forward to being in the sunshine. I was looking forward to getting away from the snow and all the things. And now, there's a possibility that we might not be going anywhere. But alrighty, the lady is actually calling me right now about this job. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hello.